What is up to my 9 favorite people, and a special shout out to my newest subscriber Reap4. Welcome back to the channel to another Bitcoin analysis where Bitcoin is currently recovering from the huge dip that we had a couple days ago. And before we head into the charts, I want to quickly introduce a interesting perspective on the dump that we had with the 19.16 bill liquidations. It sounds very big and people make it sound very scary, but if we take a look at the last dip, the COVID crash, during that time, total market cap was around 223 bill and dipped to 120 bill. And today we are sitting at 3.7 trillion. So that is a roughly 30.x higher than the COVID levels. So if you put the 19.16 bill liquidation in this context, it wasn't a catastrophic wipeout. It was like more of a healthy market flush in a market that of course has grown massively over the last couple of years. So let's take a quick look at the chart, and we're still bouncing around these support levels of around 112 and 113k. We have been getting some upwards momentum, but it looks like it's once again rejected at the 115k level, and we are struggling to break up again and get back into the falling wedge. So on the 4-hour timeline, we continue to stay into a downtrend. So as you can see, the top line of the falling wedge is the downtrend that we are currently in, and for us to be a little bit more bullish, we have to reach that line of the downtrend, which is currently around 116k, and we have to see a clean breakout, which is either a clean direct breakout or is going to be a breakout, a retest, and then we're going to confirm the breakout and move upwards. If that happens and we're reaching the levels of around 118k, we can confirm this entire section as a fake out, but up until then we are still technically in a downtrend. So unless we break the line right here on 116k, we could be looking at some more downwards movement. And keep in mind, as I discussed before, the levels that we hit during the liquidation, a lot of longs were opened here, as I will show in a bit. So it is likely that we are going to hit these levels one more time and fully reset the market before we continue upwards. Now, if we take a look at the daily charts, things are getting more and more scary for us here, because it looks like we are reaching the levels of the current uptrend that we're in right now. So as you can see, we're still in an uptrend technically on the daily chart, where we have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low, and then we have a higher high right here, but it's getting really close, and we definitely have to hold this level here for us to stay bullish and continue in this uptrend. So over the last couple of days, we have moved into the prices below this line, but we currently are still closing candles above this line. So this is something I am looking out for, and this is definitely a level I want us to hold if we're gonna continue the uptrend. In that case, if we're holding this level, the next levels of resistance we would be looking for are around the 119 to 120k levels. If not, and we're breaking down below this line, the next level of support will be around 108k. But if we're breaking out and we do not hold these levels, we're getting back in the 100k zone again, where we had the previous capitulation. And also taking a quick look at the liquidation heat map, we have built up a significant amount of liquidity here from the levels of around 105k and upwards, of course during that big capitulation candle right here, and it looks likely that we might reclaim these liquidity levels before getting more upwards momentum. Then lastly, taking a look at the Bitcoin ETF inflows, we had a pretty significant outflow yesterday of around $326 million. So we've swifted from buying pressure to now getting some selling pressure. So it's definitely interesting to see how this develops over the next couple days. So finally, I just opened a Discord server for my favorite 9 people. So if you want to join here and hang out, click the link in the pinned comment. And then I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.